friends, welcome to today's football predictions on Betkraft. All right, it's another wonderful and exciting Sunday morning, and we do have a lot of games going on across the globe, and most importantly, the European Championship finals that will be happening today, where Spain will be up against the England side. It promises to be a very, very wonderful encounter. Seeing that we have seen that Spain and the England side are doing very well, and don't wait for themselves, got into the final. So it promises to be a cracker. And I also do have other club matches that we brought forward to make up our ticket for you today. And in a short while, we'll be looking at these matches one after the other. And I want to ask you who are yet to subscribe to our channel to kindly hit the subscription button down there so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be up on this channel on a daily basis. All right, that being said, let's get to the business of the day. Without further ado, we'll look at Spain, the home side, and also look at how they fared in recent games, and also be able to make our verdict based on their recent results. When we look at Spain, in the past 20 games, they've been able to achieve 16 wins out of those 20 games that they played. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses, and they've been able to score 53 goals in the process, conceding 14. Right, it goes to show that they're scoring a lot of goals and not conceding that much. And when you look at England's side, in the past 20 they've had 12 wins, but they've also had 6 draws as well as 2 losses, and they've been able to score 38 goals, conceding 13 in the process. So it goes to show that they're conceding a very small amount of goals. It's also equally a very strong side. So when you look at how both sides have fared in recent occasions, you will see that for Spain, the Spanish side, in the past 5 games, they have won the entire 5 games that have played so far. Against teams like Germany, France, and Italy, they've defeated such big teams, and we do expect them doing very well because this is the final. And when you look at England, on the other hand, England have been able to achieve 2 wins, and in the past 5 games, they've also had 3 draws as well. All right, they've been able to scrape their way to the final. Seeing that some of the games they lasted up to 120 minutes, and they had to play a penalty. They luckily get to this very point. So it is Spain who is having a better momentum for me, seeing that they've been able to win their matches in a regular time, and we do expect them to rise to the occasion in this very one to win outrightly. Not really to win outrightly, to actually win or draw and under 3.5. That's what we expect Spain to achieve in this very encounter. Home win or draw and under 3.5. That's our verdict actually. And that will take us to the club matches. And for the club matches, we'll start with in Sweden, where we'll have Jhin, who will be up against Värnamo. And Jhin have been able to achieve 4 wins in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And the other hand, their away side, Värnamo, have managed to achieve 3 wins in the past 6 games. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games that they have so far. All right, when you take a look at how both sides have fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Jhin, from home, have been able to achieve 7 victories playing from home. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past in the past 10 home games. And the away side, on the other hand, Värnamo have managed to achieve from away, they've managed to achieve 6 victories from away. They're doing very well. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 10 away games. They're doing very well in my opinion. And also what I've mentioned is the fact that the last home game for Jhin saw them losing out to Hammarby by 3 goals to 0. And when you look at head-to-head proceedings for both sides, you can see that Jhin lost out in the last time they met with this very side, losing out by 2 goals to 1 to Värnamo. That was September last year. Prior to that, we saw Jhin winning this side from away. That was also last year, July, in there by 2 goals to 1. So we know that this fixture has actually produced a lot of goals. So we do expect to see any side winning in this very encounter plus over 2.5. So it is either side to win and over 2.5 in this very game. That's what our verdict. And that takes us to the next, and the next is also in Swedish first division, where we have Jhin, who will be up against Elfsborg. Jhin have been able to achieve 2 wins in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 4 losses, and their away side, Elfsborg, have managed to win 2 games. They also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 6 encounters. But when you take a look at how both sides are fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Jhin have been able to achieve 5 wins from the past 10 home games. They've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 home games. All right, they've actually had 2 draws as well as 3 losses. So it is the home side, Jhin, who have achieved 5 wins, 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10 home games. And away side, Elfsborg have managed to achieve 2 wins, and they've had 8 losses in the past 10 away games that they have so far. So it goes to show that they're not doing very well playing from away. And also the last time both teams met saw Elfsborg defeating this side. That was in friendly by 3-1 from away. But prior to that, we also saw Jhin beating this side 3-1 again. That was in July last year. So in this very encounter, we do expect the home side, Jhin, to rise to the occasion, seeing that the away side have actually lost their past 6 away games. So we do expect to see the home side winning out shortly in this very game. It is home win. That's our verdict for this very encounter, and that will take us to the next game for the day, and it is in Iceland. Where we have Iceland First Division, where we have Vestre who will be up against KA. All right, Vestre have been able to achieve 1 win in the past 6 games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 3 losses. And the away side, on the other hand, KA have managed 4 victories, 1 loss as well as 1 draw in the past 6 encounters. But when you take a look at how both sides are fared, from home and away perspective, you could say that the home side have achieved 5 wins, 5 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw, and away side also have been able to achieve 3 wins, 2 draws as well as 5 losses in the past 10 away games. But what they've mentioned is the fact that these fixtures also produce a lot of goals. The home side have seen over 2.5 on 7 occasions out of the past 10 home encounters, and away side also on 7 occasions as well have actually experienced a high scoring encounter, seeing that they produce over 2.5 on 7 occasions out of the past 10. So we do expect to see an over 2.5 in this very encounter, seeing that the last time both teams met saw them also have producing a scoreline that is actually over 2.5. So in this very encounter, we do expect an over 2.5 verdict, at least a minimum of 3 goals in this very game. All right, that takes us to the next for the day. We do have which is actually in Russia First Division, where we have Yenisei coming up against Kamaz. All right, Yenisei, the home side, have been able to achieve 5 victories in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 2 draws, as well as 2 wins and also 2 losses in the past 6 games. All right, okay, taking a look at how both sides are fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side, Yenisei, have been able to achieve 6 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 3 draws as well as they've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games. So they've been able to win 60% of their home games. They have drawn 2 of them, 20% of them. They've also had 20% loss in the past 10 home games that they had so far. So the away side, Kamaz, have been able to manage 3 wins from away. They've also had 3 draws, and they've also had 4 losses playing from away. All right, it goes to show that the home side, is much more fancy. It seemed that they've been able to win 60% of their home games, and also we saw them playing out a 1-1 draw, the last time both teams met, which was in May this year. And in this very encounter, we do expect the home side, Yenisei, to either win or draw and under 3.5 in this very encounter. Home win or draw and under 3.5. That's our value for that very encounter. And that takes us to the next game, and which happen to be the last game for the day. It is in Japan, second division, where we have Jeff United, who will be up against Rosso Kumamoto. All right, Jeff United have managed 4 wins in the past 6 encounters, and they also had 2 losses. And the win side, Kumamoto, have been able to manage just 1 win in the past 6. They've also had 1 draw as well as 4 losses. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away, you could see that the home side, Jeff United, have managed to achieve 7 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 losses and 1 draw in the past 10 home games. And the away side, Kumamoto, have been able to manage 4 victories from away. They've also had 5 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 away games that they had so far. And Also, last time both teams met, which was a match this year, saw Kumamoto playing from home, defeating this side by 1-0. And prior to that, we saw Jeff United, when they are playing from home, they also defeating this side by 1-0. It goes to show that it is likely a home affair in this very encounter, seeing that the Jeff United is actually very much in form at the moment, and we do expect them to rise to the occasion, seeing that they've actually won the last 6 home games that they played in a row. So we do expect to see the home side rising to the occasion and winning outrightly in this very encounter. It is home win. That's our verdict for this very game. Right, and that concludes our predictions for you today on Betkraft. And remember, also today is a Sunday Millionaires Games Day, and we do have Sunday Millionaires game coming up. All right, it will be on the screen, and also, I always advocate that you try these games once in a week and see how it goes. You never know. You win $1 million playing the game from Betkraft. All right, that being said, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. Tomorrow is another wonderful day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions for you tomorrow. And until then, keep winning.